Hey everyone, it is our last day of reading for week 5. So let's jump in with our vocab word of the day, which is reunion. Go ahead and pause the video here to know it, which is share the definition, show it, which is act it out, and connect it. Give an example of a reunion. All right, everyone, welcome back. It is our text-to-text connection day. So you've already read The Journey of Oliver K. Woodman, and then now we're going to read an informational text and compare the two and see how Oliver would travel in the way he already has and by a different way. So let's read our text-to-text question. Think about what it would have been like if Oliver K. Woodman had traveled to California by Pony Express. We didn't read about that yet. Stay tuned, guys. How would this trip be the same or different? Use text evidence from moving the U.S. mail to write a paragraph describing Oliver K. Woodman's trip by Pony Express. First, since we already know how he traveled in the journey of Oliver K. Woodman, let's go ahead and pre-write for that. Then read our text, okay? So let's focus on pre-writing. For your pre-writing chart, let's think about first the interactions. Who did Oliver K. Woodman interact with? Pause the video here, go back to the text, and add that to your chart. All right, guys, so you could keep it short, sweet, and simple and put that he interacted with many people. You could have listed some of those people. Maybe you listed Jackson. Maybe you listed the 3 older sisters. Maybe you listed the grapes. There's many people you could have listed, but the fact is he's interacted with many people. Think about the time frame it took for Oliver to travel. Go back to the text, look at when the very first letter was written. Then look at the very last letter when that was written. Tell me how long it took. All right, so as far as the time goes, it took 2 months. The first letter was on June 1st and the last was on August 1st. 2 whole months to get from Uncle Ray to Tamika. Now let's think about the conditions. How was his trip? Rough or easy? Go back to the text, skim through, and tell me how it was. All right, that's right. So far, the weather was pretty easy. It was a pretty good commute overall, except for that one time when he got lost out in the New Mexico desert and, the mouse was making a nest in his backpack. That was really the only time that wasn't so pleasant. Think about where he traveled. Go back to the text. All right, guys, he basically covered almost the entire United States. He was traveling west and passed through many states, but overall he traveled across the whole entire United States. And I have a typo. There we go. Capital letters for proper nouns, right, guys? Now tell me how he traveled. Did he skip all the way across? Go ahead, pause the video and add that down. All right, so he traveled by cars, trucks, he was even in a few parades, and finally at the end, he was on a plane with Tamika. Great job pre-writing, guys. This is going to be very handy when we describe how Oliver's trip by the help of others is similar to and different from his possible trip by Pony Express. Let's go ahead and read Moving the U.S. Mail to see what it would be like moving by the Pony Express. You're going to want to be on page 300 in your remote learning packet. This is an informational text, so remember it gives us facts and true information. Moving the U.S. mail, the United States Postal Service. The United States Postal Service has changed over the years. In colonial times, all kinds of people helped deliver mail. Sometimes letters managed to get through, sometimes they didn't. Let's take a look at this timeline at the bottom. Delivery times from New York to San Francisco. All right, so we're looking at the time period from 1800 to present day in the 2000s. Here we go. Pony Express, 13 to 14 days by train to Missouri, then on horseback. Wow, that's up to 2 weeks just on train, and then who knows how long it could be after that. Just shortly after, mail traveled through the Transcontinental Railroad, which took 7 days. Wow, looks like they're making some improvements. And in present-day 2000s, mail can travel by airplane and take only 6 to 7 hours. Definite improvement. Let's keep reading, guys. Getting mail brings pleasure to many, but it has never been easy to deliver. Today, the Postal Service makes a sincere effort to deliver all mail. Currently, it delivers hundreds of millions of messages daily. Transportation changes. Having conversations by mail has gotten much faster. Why is this? Transportation has improved. Long ago, people carried mail on foot, horseback, and stagecoaches. Today, mail is loaded on trucks and planes. Let's take a look at the caption for this photograph. In 1775, Benjamin Franklin became the first postmaster general. Fun fact. Let's keep reading. Golden moments of mail history. Gold was discovered in California in 1848. People rushed west. The California Gold Rush inspired faster mail delivery. It would be a long time until they could have a reunion with their families, so gold seekers wanted mail from home. Pony Express riders carried mail to California in 1860 and 1861. Oh guys, this could be useful information for us since we're going to compare his possible journey by the Pony Express. Their rides could be full of terror. They faced blizzards and bandits. Oh no. By 1869, the Transcontinental Railroad linked railroads in the east with California. The mail moved faster than ever. A postmark from the heart. Each year around February 14th, mail from around the world takes a detour. This mail isn't slowed by blizzards or bandits, it's delayed by love. In honor of Valentine's Day, cards are mailed to the small town of Valentine, Texas. They get the town's postmark and go on to their final destination. That's pretty sweet. Each year in Valentine, Texas, the school holds a design contest. The city council chooses the loveliest design to be used as that year's postmark. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Let's get back to our pre-writing chart, guys. All right, so Oliver's trip by the Pony Express. So if Oliver were to have taken his trip by the Pony Express, who would he interact with? Go ahead, pause, and brainstorm what that could be, or who that could be. All right, I'm thinking it's probably only going to be the mail carrier or any other people involved in the mail business. How long do you think it would take? Go back to your text. Maybe look at that timeline we talked about and add how long it would take. That's right. It would at least be 10 to 14 days on train, and then most likely a little bit longer after that. So definitely at least 10 to 14 days. Not as long as 2 months, but 2 weeks. What are the conditions like? How would you describe that? Go ahead, pause the video and add it. All right, it would be harsh. It would be terrifying. They'd be facing blizzards and bandits. I don't know if Oliver would make it. And finally, where would he travel? Go ahead and write that down. Use what you've read and draw an inference. That's right. He also probably would have traveled all across the United States. And finally, how? Oops. That's right. You may have already seen the answer. But it would be by horse and train. All right, guys, use this pre-writing chart to help you write your paragraph. It might be easy if you started highlighting the things that were the same. For example, something that's the same is that whether or not Oliver traveled by the help of others or by Pony Express, he would definitely be traveling across the entire United States. Something that's similar. Go ahead and see if you can write your paragraph about the similarities and differences between Oliver traveling with the help of others and Oliver traveling by Pony Express.